Hello, Mallards. It is Wednesday. Tonight I have a PDT show, but right now I'm hanging out with Nahessa, and I'm getting some attention, some little kisses. Maybe she'll give you some little kisses too. We're having a lovely morning. My hair is wild because I just showered and then I think I let it sit in the towel for too long, and also it's wild because I'm trying to grow out my bangs and so they're at that like weird awkward length. You're so tickly. But yeah, it's a good morning. Wednesday is shaping up to be a pretty phenomenal day. I had a wonderful time at this Please Don't Touch the Artist show. So the show was called Millennial Museum, and Siobhan's like theme this time around, the story revolved around going back to her childhood home and like seeing her bedroom the way it had been since she left. So like the way it was when she was 17 before she moved out of home, and all the things that were still there, and sort of looking through that, reflecting on that, thinking about what you were like at 17, what you took comfort in, what you still take comfort in, what sort of life you used to live, and a little bit of like reconnecting with people, sometimes people that you shouldn't necessarily reconnect with. And we talked a lot about things that have meaning and why we fill our lives with certain things. And for her, it was the stuff on her walls. And obviously for me, that's a big thing too. For me, that's still a thing. My walls are still covered in stuff. And for me, and I talked about this in the show, it started in probably late middle school or early high school when I was having trouble sleeping, having trouble specifically falling asleep. And so putting things on my walls gave me something to focus on when I was falling asleep. Gives me things to look at to stop my brain from just thinking about the million things I have to do tomorrow or a million other things that like need to happen. And so instead of thinking of those million things, I can just focus on this Fall Out Boy poster and think about a song I like, or this Marvel poster and think about a story featuring my favorite character. And it allows me to sort of focus in on something, and that calms my brain down enough to let me fall asleep. And then it grew out of that into just a way to express myself, in a way to show outwardly the things that I enjoy and take pride in, so that if somebody set foot into my room, there would be no doubt that I like Star Wars, Marvel, and Harry Potter. And like they just have to know that and accept it. And also a statement of like the chaotic nature that is my life, the fact that I love to be surrounded by all things, by all people at all times. And it also has grown very much into an art wall. This whole part of my wall and some pieces over there and some of the pieces on the Harry Potter section, like these, are all art that's either been drawn for me by friends or that I've commissioned from people I see at conventions or things like that, because I really love art and I like supporting artists and I like covering my walls in pretty art. That was the show. It was really interesting to reflect on. It was nice to hear similar things from some people. One of the other people at the show, Clark, had a dresser that was like covered in essentially like decoupage of scenes from movies that he liked, that he did when he was in high school. And I thought that that was also really cool. Also an aesthetic that I would really enjoy. I like chaos, and Siobhan called it like maximalist. And I suppose it is a little bit of that. I wouldn't consider myself a maximalist from the standpoint of things necessarily, but when it comes to decorating, I definitely like all of the things all of the time. Let's be chaos. And if we look at my browser tabs, I definitely like all of the things said all of the time. Let it be chaos. So let me know, are your walls covered in stuff? Do you have a dresser covered in stickers? And how many browser tabs do you have open right now? I'll see you tomorrow.